Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. I'll be uploading this video Thursday. Financial goals to freedom. Let's get started. As many of you know who have been with me on this journey, and actually it's been almost a year, August 20th it'll be a year on YouTube, by the way. Thank you everyone for your support. I'm going to talk to you about financial goals to freedom. I am blessed to say that our family is 100% debt free, no house, no car, and we're working on accruing an exceptionally good savings account so that we can be better prepared for Murphy. Now let's get started on the financial goals to freedom. I know we may never always be free, but there's things that we can do to make life less stressful. Let's put it that way. Number one, if you are wanting to have more freedom, the first thing we can do is add up all your debt and be honest about it. That's number one. Number two, figure out what all your bills are. I always like to take a pen and a paper and do that and figure out what do you actually have to pay every month. Number three, and I learned this from many different stations, but have a cash cushion, because if you run out of a little bit of cash, then you might end up having to use your charge plate. So always have a little extra cash set aside that if something unexpected comes up, you have money right there. It could be a tire for a car, it could be anything, unexpected guests, or oh goodness, I really need a pair of shoes. I thought I could wait till next month, but you know, these really are not comfortable or supportive. I've got to get them now. It could be anything. Number four, and this goes along with it, I always have extra money in my checking account so that if an unexpected bill comes in, I've got extra money. For example, I had an unexpected bill with my blood work. Now, it wasn't very much. It was less than $20, but I had that, and then also car register. I had forgotten that that was due. So, thank goodness I had extra money in my account. So I think it's always good to have a little extra cushion separate from savings, which gets me to number five. Have a habit of having a savings. Make it where it's kind of a bill, where you do pay it every month. Now, obviously, your bills come first, and having, money to pay for things comes first. But even if you can't save a lot, any amount is good. Just getting in the habit of it. Number six, one of the big things that I put down here, and I've already spoken about this, let's say you have a goal where you want to either create a better savings or to pay off some debt. We'll say some unexpected things came up and you didn't have enough in savings, so we'll say that you've got $900 due on a charge card and you're like, I really want to work on paying that off. Before starting to pay off your debt, I personally feel it's important to ask yourself, is there anything around the house or with our vehicle or vehicles that really needs repairing that's a need? For example, if one of your tires is bald and you're driving around on it, I personally feel like getting that tire repaired is more important than paying off a credit card debt and putting more money towards that. Because if you drive around like that, it could end up hurting the rim, which could cost you more. So get any necessary things repaired first that are needs. Also, this is the biggest one that I put down, number seven. You want to know how much money you're making each month and look at the lowest and highest. And I know, me being an independent contractor, my income can change. My yard guys who come over here, their income drastically changes. They have some months of the year that they make really good money and other months where they don't. So they really add the cushions and save a lot during their hardy months. So in their leaner months, they've got money to fall back on. Every person needs to figure out what works for their budget. But ask yourself, are you making enough money? A lot of people may judge someone and say, you're in debt because, you don't know how to balance your budget. That may be very well true, but I really do believe there's a lot of folks out there that just are not making enough money for the month, and they could cut and cut and cut, but they're still really not making enough. It's one thing to have money for your bills, but you also have to have money for Murphy. For example, home repairs, car repairs, things that health insurance doesn't cost. You do have to have enough money for that as well. So ask yourself if you're actually making enough money. Number eight, get a side gig to accomplish a goal. This is something that I've done a lot. An example, let's say that you really want new flooring and your flooring's looking really worn and you're like, you know, I really don't feel like I make enough money to pay for this. Well, guess what? You could get a part-time job, even if it's just for a short time, or a side gig to make, you know, a couple $1,000s over the next year and save that money so you have that. That's what I've done before. If I've wanted to travel or do something, I picked up extra demos, or I picked up extra mystery shopping, or I picked up an extra scheduling job. And then the money I made from that, I set in a special savings so I could pay cash for those things. So that's one of the other things. And then the last but not least, invest. Now, I have to be honest, I am not super knowledgeable about investments. We do have some, but I don't feel I know enough to really speak on investments, and I feel like that could be a whole nother video. These are some of my ideas and my goals. If you have any goals or any ways that you feel that you could be more financially free, I definitely want to hear about it below. Thank you all for listening, and I love you very much. Bye-bye.